So recently, Warzone has added in buyback solos, and if you've ever played the stimulus game modes, it's exactly the same as that, except solos. So as long as you have $4,500, you can buy yourself back in. So there's no gulag or anything. You come back in right away. You don't have to fight anybody. And I've been loving this game mode so far because of that. People seem to be camping a little bit less. They've been taking a little bit more risk. And obviously it works very well for my type of playstyle because I love rushing buildings and, you know, rushing at people. So you tend to make a lot of mistakes when you do that, but you do learn. You learn pretty quickly, like how to take a building, you know, if I should check a C4 now or whatever. Back off now. It's a lot of quick thinking. But I've also been loving the AX50 recently. I've been getting a little bit back into sniping. And especially in solos, when you headshot somebody, long range, close, whatever, and they just, that's it. There's no rezzing them. They just die off. I think that's just extremely satisfying. There's just something about it. Maybe it's because you break the plate and they just immediately disintegrate in front of your eyes. They're gone from the game. But I think that's a lot of fun. But the reason I've been using the AX50 so much is because I feel like it's a little bit better as an aggressive sniper. You can scope in a little bit quicker if you used all those attachments. And that's what I always use on mine. AX50, doesn't matter the sniper actually, I use damage range and ADS speed for the most part. I never use an extended mag or anything for extra bullets because if you hit the one shot and they're dead, then there's no point in having the extra bullets. So you kind of challenge yourself. Now, I haven't done a commentary in a long time, so bear with me here, but I would like to take a moment in this video and thank everybody for subscribing. You've been a part of the channel for a long time, and I know there's been people that have been here for many years now. It's kind of incredible, but we've actually reached 1 million subscribers. So thank you all for that. It's actually mind-blowing to me that 1 million people enjoyed the content enough to click on the sub button and continue coming back to watch some videos. So that's what this video is going to be about. I'm going to be sniping in the background. Hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay, but I will be commentating over it as well as just talking about some channel stuff. And right here, I swear, I'm the most unlucky guy in the world. Somehow, I didn't spot this guy, and he just ran over and obliterated me. As soon as I must have popped the drone, he must have just ran out of the building and came over to shotgun me in the face. But anyways, thank you guys very much for 1 million subscribers. Truly incredible. I know people have been expecting some sort of face reveal or something like that. I'm not going to be doing that in this video, because I don't think that's a part of my channel, and I know a lot of people quite enjoy the mystery behind just having some gameplay up and, I don't know, I guess always wondering what the person is looking like. It's kind of a little bit of a tease, I suppose. And when I was growing up and when I first started doing YouTube, and when I wanted to start taking it a little bit more seriously, all the people that I tend to watch didn't have a face cam. And I thought that was a really cool part of it, because it was always about the gameplay. You don't have any overlays or anything like that over your screen. And it's just more about the gameplay and the experience and just like having a good time with friends or whatever it is, showing off some cool moments. And I think that's basically where my content stands. I will reveal my face in the future, it just won't be in this video here. So if you're not following me on Twitter, the link is always in the description below. I always post some real life stuff there, or on Instagram, or wherever. Basically just social media. So if you're not following me there, and I always hate saying that, but please follow me there. That's where I interact with people the most. As well as I do go through the comment section. I just don't always have the amount of time that I would love to have to reply to everyone and everyone's answers. So one question I always get a lot is what I'm using for a loadout. I will do my very best, at least for Warzone, to keep those loadouts in the description. I'll always post the attachments and all that stuff. But for the most part, it never changes from gun to gun. It's always damage range and ADS speed. All the time. Unless I'm using a shotgun or a hipfire build. Also, can we take a moment and appreciate these zip lines that they added to Warzone? The fact that they finally... I was always complaining about trying to breach buildings and rooftops and all that stuff. And it was just so difficult because if you didn't have the loadout to do it, you could almost never do it. People would hold off with claymores, bouncing betties, the whole 9 yards, right? And it was just so annoying. Anyways, I'm getting off track here. So a couple things that I wanted to address in this video is the future of the channel. I guess everything surrounding that, why I haven't been uploading too much. It's generally about once or twice a week at most, which is, which I would say is fairly decent. God, don't you just love slow motion headshots? Just so satisfying. I feel like it's a little bit more satisfying with this rather than the HDR, because the HDR basically has no bullet drop. So you kind of have to lead a little bit with this. Anyways, I'm getting off track again. One of the reasons I haven't been uploading so much is because I actually got a little bit burnt out not too long ago. So I was taking some time off and I was uploading a little bit in between, but I was mainly spending some time with friends and just playing games with friends and kind of whatever else I wanted to do. get some IRL stuff done that I was otherwise putting off for a very long time. Not only that, I was having some insane issues with tech difficulties throughout the year, about a year and a half now. Some things that I've fixed, some things I haven't fixed, but for the most part, the editing process has become a lot easier for me now, and I can actually edit a video about in 2 hours compared to the 7 or 8 hours that it used to take me and actually get the video uploaded and ready to go for YouTube. Now, would you look at this? There's no way you can compete with a Bruin. Lord help us if they keep this thing the way it is right now. That gun is so crazy, and especially with the tick rate in Warzone currently, by the time you receive any damage, you're basically dead anyways from that gun. It just does so much damage, you can't return fire. I believe it's actually worse than what the Grau was when that gun was pretty crazy. So hopefully they do make a change for that, otherwise the game is going to get very stale when you're playing quads and you're getting wrecked by Bruins 24/7. And then it actually comes down to the point where there's really no point in using any other gun because you're so outmatched that there's no reason to. So for somebody like me who likes to run around with a bunch of different weapons, I hate using the same weapon almost twice in the same day. I always mix it up day to day, whether it's attachments, guns, loadouts, doesn't matter. I always try to mix it up to keep the game interesting for myself, as well obviously for the viewers. I don't think everyone wants to watch me run around with a Bruin 24/7 because I think that's boring. It just becomes boring. Speaking of boring, I know a lot of people do not always enjoy Warzone footage, and I've been uploading a lot of that. So in the future, I will be mixing up the games a lot more. I will be playing a lot more solo stuff, that's for sure. I enjoy playing with friends, but one of the main things I've always loved about gaming is actually gaming solo. There's something about it, it's different. It's very relaxing, you play at your own pace, you do whatever the hell you want. So you can expect a lot more of that type of stuff in the future. As well, I have been live streaming off and on quite a bit over the past couple of years. If people don't know, you can follow me on Twitch currently, twitch.tv/Aculite, just my name. Link is always in the description as well, and you can catch me live there. There's not currently a schedule, but I will do my very best to stream at least once to twice per week. I always like messing around on live streams. We'll always do some challenges or, you know, a certain gun combo or just something weird like that. So if you're not following me there, then, well, you should be. It's free. Just go click the button. Speaking of buttons, apparently you have to click on the little bell notification on YouTube. Otherwise, there's a chance that you will miss videos. I'm not really sure exactly how the system works anymore because they change it all the time, but clicking subscribe on YouTube is not enough anymore. So say I upload a bunch of Warzone and then I swap to a different game. If this is a game that I guess you've never seen before, there is a chance that it won't even show up in your subscriber feed, so I think you have to click the sub notification button in order for all of them to show up. Also, this poor guy, Mike, I killed him 3 times in this match because he could buy himself back every single time. He kept coming back for his loadout, and he was the very first person I killed in this match, and then I kept killing him here at Superstore. I felt a little bit bad. So to go back to what I was saying previously, yes, there will be a lot more games on the channel, a bunch of different ones. It's not going to only be FPS games. I'm going to go back to playing some single-player games since I can edit a little bit quicker now and get the videos out a little bit sooner. Going back to playing some single-player playthroughs, I think would be a lot of fun. Whether I stream it on YouTube or I actually just upload the video itself, I think that'd be a lot of fun. And I actually miss playing those games quite a bit. So when any new titles come out in the future, some fun single-player games, I'd love to cover those. So I figured I would end the video with some Q&A, since I did ask you guys previously to throw some questions at me. One of the biggest ones that I got was the face reveal one, which I believe I already covered. It's not something that I plan on doing right now, but it will happen in the future. Whether people want to see my face or not, that's completely up to them. Obviously, you don't have to watch if you don't want to see it. If I ever decide to take live streaming more seriously and I want to do that more full-time rather than YouTube, then I may even add a face cam over that, and then that's more or less what the content would become. Again, nothing is set in stone currently, and I haven't decided the full future of what I want to do. Why don't I stream on YouTube? This is actually a really good question, because in the past, when YouTube live streaming first came out, if you live streamed and you didn't get over like a certain amount of views or whatever, it would actually affect the algorithm. So any videos that you posted afterwards would be affected by that as well. So that's why I chose to separate my live stream content from my video content. Obviously now that's not the case anymore. I believe they've fixed that and it doesn't affect your channel the same way. I don't know. If I ever decide to swap, people will know, and I will let people know over social media. Merchandise, yes, it will be returning in the future. I just can't say when. Nice little quick answer for that one. No, I don't ever want to become a pro. I think that would just be the most boring thing in the world, if I'm being honest. having to play the exact same game over and over and playing competitively at it at a high level it'd be very stressful, to say the least. Not to mention having to produce content just on that game alone. I think that would just become very mind-numbing, to be honest. Plus, I just don't think I'm good enough to become a pro on any of the games that I play. Another comment that always comes up, or a question, is how I stay calm during any of these games. You gotta understand that I play these games a lot, so playing games like going from a game like PUBG or playing Escape from Tarkov, these games with like high stress, I've played these games a lot, and eventually you just become more or less numb to a lot of the feelings that happen in the game. And on top of all that, it's just a game. Like, if you die, it doesn't really matter all that much. You just load back in and you play again, right? You just try to learn from the mistakes that you made. Plus, if you're always raging and freaking out and stuff, you'll never be as good as what you could be if you just relaxed and stayed calm and thought about the situation. As for showing my setup, it's literally just 2 computers, one for streaming, one for playing/editing, and then I have 3 monitors, a mouse, keyboard. Like, it's really nothing special. It's what you would expect, I think, for the job that I do. If you're really that interested, there is a picture on my Instagram. That's where I upload those types of things, so you can go check that out. Link is in the description below, as usual. How do I train my aim, or do I use aim trainers? I don't. I just play games lots, and I roughly use the same sensitivity throughout. I learned very early on that lowering your sensitivity until it's no longer shaky and you're able to more or less flick to targets and stay consistent with your aim is more important than, you know, being able to do a 360 no-scope on somebody. So lowering your sensitivity will make you more consistent, definitely. Especially if you're a shaky player and you're very nervous about certain situations. You haven't built up that tolerance yet. Lower your sensitivity quite a bit. You'll be surprised at how much better of a gamer you'll become, aiming-wise. Anyways, I think I'll wrap it up there. Thank you guys very much for watching the video. I hope I answered some of the questions that you guys may have had. I know I didn't answer all of them or a lot of them, but I did my very best. Hope you guys also enjoyed the gameplay. A little bit of sniping action with the AX50. I'm having a lot of fun with that gun. I'm not gonna lie. Having to lead your shots a little bit, I think, is a little bit more rewarding than just using the HDR 24/7 and being able to just point and click on somebody. But to wrap it up, if you guys are new, thank you very much for subscribing. It's been quite a journey over the years, gaining all these subscribers, and I love reading the comments and seeing that you guys are enjoying the videos and all that. And if you do enjoy the videos, please consider leaving a like or a dislike if you don't. That actually helps me a lot to recognize whether or not you guys want to see more of that footage or, you know, that type of gameplay or whatever it is. Other games will be returning, and obviously I'll be playing some new games here and there. Won't just be playing FPS games, even though those are what I enjoy the most. I will be uploading those in between Warzone as much as possible, and not to mention I will be uploading as much as possible. Streams will be once to twice per week, on no given schedule whatsoever. I'll be playing games like, I don't know, Fall Guys or stuff like that. Just games that are just like absolutely ridiculousness. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching, for the 1,000,000 subscribers. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Follow me in the links in the description below if you want to communicate with me and keep up to date with a bunch of different stuff. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.